Hey, and welcome to Callum's Corner. Welcome to the return of the vlogs. Yes, I could not be happier to be back vlogging again. I mean, obviously, we've now got Tom Stockdale, who edits like my proper YouTube videos and stuff. But for the longest time, I'd missed my vlogging, and we couldn't do it because the last few months the world went mental, didn't it? And I was stuck in a house with just my mum and my sister for like 4 or 5 months. You can't vlog that. That's just living hell. I kind of felt like I was restricted to like just meme reviews and the odd video here and there, but it finally feels like the world is changing, going back to normal a little bit, and also somewhat it feels like the stars are aligning within my life. You know, lockdown is now over. I've managed to move house. I'm now living alone. I've got the best dog in the world, and I've also got a new phone and a selfie stick that doubles up as a little tripod. So yeah, the vlogs are bloody back and I couldn't be happier. Alright, we're going to do themes for the vlogs each day. Well, they won't be every day, but you know what I mean. This vlog, we're going to theme it around survival in this sweltering heat. I almost said alpha male survival there, but obviously, loads of you won't be alpha males. That's just my point of view. Some of you might not even be males, although judging by what I see in the comments, it seems like a massive sausage fest in kind of my channel, but you know, there'd be useful tips for females here too, although it will be kind of more male centered, I guess, because you know that's what I'm dealing with. All right, so yeah, heat is mental at the moment. I started my day very early. That's what I do at the moment. I get up early to take Lenny for a walk. Obviously this morning there was a double motivation. I was planning to go back to Benbridge, go down the beach and dispatch those rocks just to make sure that annoying little wedge didn't get them. But actually, I kind of woke up and I felt in a much better mood. I mean, obviously, I didn't like the way that lady didn't speak to me. It reminded me of being back in school when I struggled with people bullying me and stuff, just ignoring me. But I woke up this morning and I thought, you know what? She's just an old wench. There's no point wasting my time with her. Plus, Lenny, he wanted to go up on the downs. So I just went with Lenny's wishes and I kind of let my anger go a little bit. So that was good because you can't hold anger on a hot day like today. Like everything annoys you. So you do have to find a way of letting it go if you can. And that was quite kind of cathartic for me this morning, walking up on the downs. But obviously, by the time I got down from the downs, the Betty Swallocks situation had well and truly kicked in. What I have done is kind of instigated a routine of cold showers followed by talcum powder around the genital area. So that's what I did when I got back from the walk. I went up, had a cold shower, dry off thoroughly first, and then talcum. The talcum powder will just suck up the excess moisture. That will hold you for an hour or two, but you probably will need to freshen it up again repeatedly through the day. But you can do. There's no limit to how many cool showers and little poofs of talcum powder to make it nice and fresh. There's no limit to that. You can do that repeatedly through the day. So that's probably one of my biggest survival tips for you, you know, the cool showers, the talcum powder. But we go through more as we go through the day. Now, we need to also pay a lot of attention to Lenny today. He is, actually, some of you might not have even seen the photos I put up on like my Discord, invite below if you want to join, and my Twitter and stuff. So, who's phoning me? That's the first phone call I've ever had in my new flat. Okay. There you go. Just hang up. What's the point of interrupting my vlog? If you're just going to hang up, that's mental. Right, where were we? Yeah, obviously, we need to pay a lot of attention to Lenny. He's a massive dog now, and he gets very hot. Yeah, that was it. Loads of you probably haven't seen him for ages, so this will be quite an experience for you. He's grown massively. Not only that, he's excelled in other ways apart from his size, like his behaviour, his training. Let's go catch a peek of him. Let's go find him and feed him. I mean, he hasn't had his breakfast yet, so it won't be difficult to find him. He'll be hanging around the kitchen. But yeah, let's go do that now, and then we'll do some survival techniques for him to keep him cool. Yeah, as I said, he knows it's feeding time. I didn't really have to find him. Lenny, why's my shoe there? What's my shoe doing? What have you been eating my shoe? I really hope you haven't. That's a Jordan. Have some respect, Eddie. It's a bloody Jordan, that is. Are you eating that? No, I don't think he's touched it. I think you've moved it, though. I'm suspicious, Lenny. All right, come on, shall we feed you? If you're wondering what an alpha male beast like Lenny has for his breakfast, there we go. It's a mixture of proper dog food, meat and dried food. If you're wondering what an alpha male like me has for my breakfast, well, I finished off my Adam's cake. I always eat first, Eddie eats second. It's just good for him to reinforce his place in the pack. He's pretty impatient with me talking now, aren't you, Lenny? You just want your food, don't you? Okay, come on then, dude. Let's do this. Come on. Yeah, come on. Watch this. He's dead good now. He's dead. I don't even have to speak. He knows what to do. Yeah, that's right. You sit down. You wait. Right, pop the food there. He stays there. Don't even need to tell him now. He knows. Fresh water for the lad. Waiting, watching. Go on then, Len. What a good dog. What a good boy. That's it, Len. You're smashing it, aren't you? Smashing life. Less than a minute later, he has consumed his breakfast. Enjoyable, Len? He's just sad it's all gone. But you can see he looks hot already. He's sitting in the shade. He's not that happy. So what we're going to do is give him a good hosing down now, a good spray. One of his favourite parts of the day. He likes to bite the water, don't you, Len? What shall we do? There's lots of different settings. Shall we go with this one, I reckon? What do you reckon, Len? You like a bit of that, don't you? Just noticed with it. That's a strawberry cream wrapper. Oh no, it's not. It's part of a balloon from Eddie's birthday. I thought you'd stolen a bloody strawberry cream wrapper from recycling. He's a terrible thief for stuff from recycling. But it's just a balloon from Eddie's birthday. There you go, lads. Resume the spraying. He bloody loves it. He bloody loves it. This is what we do for him. That's what we do for me. I'll be entering the paddling pool soon. Yeah, I'll show you how I'll relax in there. I mean, it's pretty self-evident, but I'll show you anyway. Come on, Lenny. What do you reckon? You cool? You done? Should we walk away? You had enough? Come on. Yeah, as you can see, I think we can all agree he is well and truly the full package. Strength, size, and brains, and good behaviour. There you go, lad. Okay, we've just solved the ringing home phone mystery. It's just wrong again for the second time. I managed to answer it properly this time, and there was actually someone there. It was my grandmother. Of course, it's going to be someone of her generation. I'm a little bit disappointed. I thought we'd kind of cracked Messenger last time I saw her. For a good couple of weeks afterwards, I was getting regular messages and stuff, but the last few she sent me have just read more like a barcode than a coherent message. Although, actually, she kind of cleared that up. She's looking for measurements, basically. I made the mistake of mentioning when I very first moved in that I didn't have curtains in my bedroom. And she kind of latched onto that, and she's now making me curtains, and we're here weeks later. The curtains still haven't been made, and she keeps forgetting the measurements, and I keep having to take them. I think that's what the barcode messages were, like just random numbers asking. She gets confused. It's a nightmare. I wish I'd just not mentioned it. I could have just bought the curtains. Now here I am without curtains still. It's a kerfuffle. It's a real kerfuffle, to be honest with you. But we'll put that out of our minds and continue with the day. So, you got a good sight of Lenny playing in the water there. Quite a magnificent sight, I think. You probably noticed as well from the feeding and stuff, like, he's come on leaps and bounds. Like, I honestly do think he might be the best dog in the world. And I know everyone kind of says that and thinks that about their dog, but actually with him, I think if you look at it objectively, he may well be the best dog in the world. He's big, he's friendly, he's magnificent, he's so well behaved. He's just the best. And also, I've said it before, but I'm going to say it again, he's a bloody good lad. He's a pleasure to have around. He's like my best mate now. He's absolutely brilliant. I think also with Lenny, he has got a chance of actually maybe being the biggest dog on the Isle of Wight. I'm trying to encourage that within him. Like, I do this thing where I pretend like he's really small rather than actually the massive dog he is. I'll show you now. I'll wind him up a little bit, and I hope it's kind of like aspirational. It kind of drives him on for the growing. I don't know whether that makes sense or not, but I'll show you what I do. I kind of trick it.
Who's that little puppy? Who's that tiny little puppy? Oh, what a cute little puppy. You look a bit like a Saint Bernard, but much, much smaller. Like a little lap dog. What a tiny, cute little puppy. I did think I was getting a big dog, though. I've just ended up with this tiny dog. Little, tiny puppy. Tiny little puppy. You can see it angers him. It's angering him. Tiny, tiny little puppy. Yeah, he thrives on it. He thrives on it. That will now kind of make him want to grow bigger. Give him the desire to really push on to what could be greatness, I think, Len. I'm only doing it because I love you, dude.
That was strange. He almost never barks unless there's like a fox in the garden or something, or someone comes through the gate. That was weird. But anyway, let's not let it derail us. I was about to share my latest culinary discovery. Well, it's more of a refinement. I've found a better way to consume, well, a refinement to the process of consuming Richmond skinland sausages. Long-time viewers of the channel will know they are one of my favourite culinary delights, a right treat. And I consume them on a daily basis. Up until now, my kind of modus operandi, the way I ate them was that I would cook 6 of them in the oven for 15-20 minutes and have them in a sarnie, just with normal bread. What I've discovered is that if you pair the little delicate Richmond skinless sausages with nimble bread, it just takes it to a whole other level. Nimble bread, for those of you who don't know, it's kind of old lady's bread. My grandma always has it, actually. It's like tiny little slices, really skinny bread. If you toast it, it's like just eating a wafer. It's light as a feather, it's dead refined, and if you have 4 Richmond skinless sausages with it, it's just a tiny little taste treat. Absolutely delicious. And at the moment, it works to switch to that, the smaller sandwich, because of the heat. Kind of saps your appetite. But at least this way, you know you're getting a decent amount of good sustenance in you to pull you through the day. The danger is that you give in to the feeling of fatigue, the fugue, to the heat, and you end up all getting skinny and puny and stuff. So this way, it's not too much of a struggle to eat it, but there's good meat in there. So that's what I've had. I'm gonna give Lenny his lunch in a second, and then I'm gonna give him another squirt, and we're gonna have a little play. I just want to show you him in action playing, because you've seen him, and obviously, yeah, he's massive. Like, he's got great size. He's got a decent chance of being the biggest dog on the whole Isle of Wight, I think. But that could, size isn't everything. Some people don't know how to use their size. Like myself, I'm, had to spent years refining to my size. Blah. That was strange. He almost never barks unless there's like a fox in the garden or something, or someone comes through the gate. That was weird. But anyway, let's not let it derail us. I was about to share my latest culinary discovery. Well, it's more of a refinement. I've found a better way to consume, well, a refinement to the process of consuming Richmond skinland sausages. Long-time viewers of the channel will know they are one of my favourite culinary delights, a right treat. And I consume them on a daily basis. Up until now, my kind of modus operandi, the way I ate them, was that I would cook 6 of them in the oven for 15-20 minutes and have them in a sarnie, just with normal bread. What I've discovered is that if you pair the little delicate Richmond skinless sausages with nimble bread, it just takes it to a whole other level. Nimble bread, for those of you who don't know, it's kind of old lady's bread. My grandma always has it, actually. It's like tiny little slices, really skinny bread. If you toast it, it's like just eating a wafer. It's light as a feather, it's dead refined, and if you have 4 Richmond skinless sausages with it, it's just a tiny little taste treat. Absolutely delicious. And at the moment, it works to switch to that, the smaller sandwich, because of the heat. Kind of saps your appetite. But at least this way, you know you're getting a decent amount of good sustenance in you to pull you through the day. The danger is that you give in to the feeling of fatigue, the fugue, to the heat, and you end up all getting skinny and puny and stuff. So this way, it's not too much of a struggle to eat it, but there's good meat in there. So that's what I've had. I'm gonna give Lenny his lunch in a second, and then I'm gonna give him another squirt, and we're gonna have a little play. I just want to show you him in action playing, because you've seen him, and obviously, yeah, he's massive. Like, he's got great size. He's got a decent chance of being the biggest dog on the whole Isle of Wight, I think. But that could, size isn't everything. Some people don't know how to use their size. Like myself, I'm, had to spent years refining to my size. I've just consumed my lunch, and actually, I've realised I haven't even shared my newest discovery. Oh, Lenny. Oh, better go see what's happening. That was strange. He never barks unless there's like a fox in the garden or someone comes through the gate. I don't know what was going on there, but we're not going to let it derail us. So I was about to share with you my latest culinary discovery. Actually, it's not really a new discovery. It's more of a refinement to a well-known and well-loved process. Long-term viewers on the channel will know about my love of Richmond skinless sausages. The little skinny ones, they're absolutely gorgeous. I have them most days, either for like a second breakfast or a lunch or something. And the way I've always consumed them is 6 of them, go in the oven, in there for 15-20 minutes, and then stick them in a sarnie. Just normal bread, bit of ketchup in there, gorgeous. What I've discovered recently is that if you pair these mini Richmond skinless sausages with the speciality that is known as nimble bread, it is like a wedding made in heaven. Nimble bread, for those of you who don't know, is kind of what old ladies buy when they struggle with constipation and stuff. It's tiny little slices of bread. If you toast it, it's like eating a feather. It's light, it's bite-sized, it's tiny, and it just goes amazingly with the Richmond skinless sausages. You only need 4 of them because it's a smaller loaf. But with the heat as it is at the moment, we're all operating on reduced appetites. Like 4 Richmond skinless sausages in a couple of slices of nimble bread is just gorgeous, and it's no struggle to get it down, even in the heat. At least that way, you're getting good sustenance, good meat inside you, and you're not going to get all puny just because it's too hot to eat. Yeah, it's been a major discovery. It is just like perfecting, like mwah. Okay, we're now at what I would class as the most dangerous time of the day when you're dealing with heat like this. It is, the afternoon's proper kicking in, the heat's proper kicking up a gear or two, and I feel dozy. I feel like sucked dry of all the life, my muscles feel tired, and, Lenny's just snoring out the shade in the garden. Like, every part of me now is very tempted to have like an afternoon siesta. I'm gonna try and resist the urge, because my experience of sleeping in this extreme heat is that you don't really sleep. You slumber and you wake up sweaty and feeling like you've had some kind of mild stroke. Or kind of like, so I'm not gonna do that. I mean, I should really go over to my relative's house over in Newport. I've got just arse Wi-Fi internet in this house, so all my gaming PCs at a relative's house over in Newport, where there's fibre optic and I can stream and stuff. I should really go over there and film a second channel video on my Reddit, but there's no way I'm dealing with public transport in this weather. I mean, it is like arse at the best of times, public transport. The smells, the proximity, the people, the sounds, it's all just horrifying. And you add in this baking heat, extra sweat. No, thank you very much. Not in a closed environment. So that's kind of off the cards. I don't want to sleep. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to stay around here. The second channel can wait till tomorrow or even next week if need be. It's good just to be vlogging again, catching up with the proper corner. I'm going to stay here. I'm going to work on the music, my lyrics and stuff. I did a sleep stream earlier this week, which is part of the reason why I'm so tired, actually. But also, the sleep stream has allowed me to book some studio time. It's quite expensive, but it's going to be money well spent, because I'm big into bringing out some proper, more, not proper, like the other music wasn't proper, but maybe a step up a gear and more of it in terms of music. So I'm going to stay here this afternoon, I think, work on my lyrics, getting ready for the studio. And then late afternoon, when it cools down a bit, hopefully early evening, we'll take Lenny down the beach. That'll be nice for the vlog. You guys can see him down there. And then this evening, I'll head over and stream. So I think that is a working plan. Hopefully you guys have got a plan. You know, you do need one when it's this hot. You need to be avoiding transport. I'd imagine even cars are baking hot at the moment. You just need to be taking care and planning your life carefully, tactically. Always pays to think tactically. I've just had what I hope will be my final contingency shower of the day, just freshening it all up again down there. I've noticed Lenny's kind of getting a bit frisky in the garden. He's up and about again. So I think it is time to head down to the beach. Now, I'm going to head down to Benbridge Beach again. Now, it is where I suffered the incident yesterday with the annoying woman, but it has massive advantages. Number one, the boss goes there and it's not far on there. Number two, it's like a Caribbean beach with like the trees and the lovely clean water and stuff. But number three, probably the most crucial of all, most promising of all, my route takes me past these massive houses walking down to the beach, like proper big houses. And in one of them, there is a woman. Now, I don't know much about her. I mean, I know she loves Lenny. Every time I walk past and she's out in her front garden, she sees him. She comes up, she says hello. She's dead smiley. I have seen 2 children play there, so I think she's got kids, but I've never seen a husband, a man figure. I've started to indulge in these kind of, not fantasies, but just flights of fancy. You know, maybe she's like the princess and I can rescue her. I mean, she's in her early 30s, but she's tidy for it. You know what I mean? The money and the life has obviously been kind to her. You know, maybe if something was to arise, you know, it would be a bit of a dream move, wouldn't it? Not kind of go and rescue her, but maybe just move myself into a massive house. You know, we don't know. I may probably just give my mind a treat, but we're going to go there because that's something to look forward to. She's a vision whenever she comes and says hello to Lenny. She even smells amazing, actually. And also, the beach is bloody awesome. So let's go get on the bus. Let's go to Benbridge Beach. And yeah, hopefully it's going to be good. Sadly, no sign of our lovely lady, our perfect princess. Disappointed, but not distraught. You know, if the movies had taught me anything, I know it could be a long, rocky course. So we're going to pick ourselves up. We're not going to let it, you know, we're going to shake it off, basically. And we're going to head down to the beach now and let Lenny have a paddle. Right, I've arrived in Newport, ready to start my stream in a little bit. I've just literally been confronted with a deeply disturbing defecation. It was awful. The poo, I've got no idea whether it was animal or human. It could have been either, size-wise. But the back half of it, like, there was a curl that went round, and then the back half of it was green. Oh, what gives you green poo? There were so many flies around it as well. It was disgusting. I kind of wanted to get the phone out and vlog it and show you, just so you can know how horrifying it is. But I couldn't bring myself to. I've got here early because I want to download a new game to play tonight, and I've picked up a Mackie D's, and I just couldn't bring myself to look at it any longer. But that was just gross, absolutely gross. Anyway, let's try and put that out of my mind and enjoy my Mackie D's. If you're wondering what I got a bacon double cheeseburger. I've got a large fries and a small fries just as an accompaniment, and a large Coke. Just a snack to keep me going, really. Give me a bit of sustenance before I start streaming. Yeah, I'm going to talk in now. I'm back home again now. Well, actually, I have been for a couple of hours. It's nearly 1 o'clock in the morning, and it's finally just about cooling down enough that I'm going to attempt to go and sleep. Had a really good stream, actually. Pulled the whole evening round. I was a little bit disappointed not to have another encounter with a lovely lady. I worn the hot, smart t-shirt especially. And there was nothing, but actually it was a dead good stream. We found an awesome new game, and I've really enjoyed being back on the vlog. So massive positive to take from today, and hopefully she'll be there next time. I'll take Lenny down there. All right, hopefully you guys have enjoyed the vlogs returning. If you did, let me know by leaving a like. If you didn't like the video, whatever, didn't enjoy it in any way, shape or form, I want your feedback. Leave me a dislike. And yeah, thank you very much for watching.